So I'm still living in my minivan. Today I'm down by the lake. Not quite as good as down by the river, but I'm still working on that. I had to take the side window coverings off here to let some light in for my camera. But I got the Wave 3. It's on high right now. It's actually too hot. It's kind of a mild day. I'm going to turn that down to low. But I'm still on my original 10-pound tank here. I've only filled it once so far. It only cost about $8. But I should get anywhere from 80 to 150 hours out of that. I'm in southwestern Ontario, and so far the weather's been pretty reasonable. October was easy, November hasn't been too bad, but last week we got our first taste of winter, and the temperature dropped down to negative 13 degrees Celsius. I could just feel the cold air coming in through the door jambs, and the floor was ice cold. But at that temperature, with the Wave 3 on high, it was a losing battle. I just couldn't keep it warm in here. But I find the best thing to do is to run the van and heat it up with the vents, and then use the Wave 3 to maintain the heat. So if I turn on the propane heater while the van is cold, then almost instantly all the windows will fog up and the moisture really becomes noticeable. And if I can see it on the windows, that means it's probably forming behind the trim or up on the ceiling where I can't see it. So I gotta be careful and keep an eye on that, or else I'm gonna be into mold life here. So you'll notice right now there's not any condensation forming on the windows. It's because I drove the van down here and heated it up with the vents. Because the air is warmer, it can hold on to the moisture better. And also all the surfaces are warmer, so the humidity doesn't condense on the windows and behind the trim and all that. But once the temperature starts getting colder, I don't want to deal with scraping frost off the inside of the windows. So I had to develop a daily routine of heating up the van with the vents. So from work, I'll drive to the place that I'm going to sleep, and by then it's heated up in here. And if I want to run the propane heater for a bit, I can, but that goes back off when I climb into bed. And then when I wake up, I usually drive to the grocery store and the van's heated up again. And if I want to have a coffee there, then I'll leave the vents running so I can flush out any moisture from boiling water. And then from there, I'll drive back to work, and the van's heated up again so I can change into my work clothes and not freeze my ass off while doing it. Once January comes around, I'm still trying to figure out what to do with my food and water and toothpaste and things that'll freeze up. Even my stove doesn't work very well below freezing. But obviously the easiest thing to do is just to throw it in my sleeping bag with me. But I was thinking if I ever go out for a 3 or 4 hour hike, it'd be nice to have some kind of storage in here. Maybe if I had an insulated cooler, I threw a hot water bottle in there with it, that'd be enough to keep it warm. A lot of people suggested I should try out a heated sleeping pad or a heated blanket, but I was just afraid of running that much juice off my battery. So instead I went with this Milwaukee heated hoodie, and I got one of the biggest batteries possible for it. So I should have 8 hours battery life on it. But did the Eskimos have stuff like this? No, not really. They just dressed warmer. If you're on a budget, that's probably what you should do. It's just another thing you got to keep charged up. But if the van's cold inside and I put this thing on, it is pretty cozy. A lot of people also suggested that I should go to a Planet Fitness gym, but unfortunately I just don't have one nearby. The price that I quoted was from a Good Life gym, and I looked a little closer at that price, and it included a lot of things I didn't need, like hot yoga and squash and tanning beds. So maybe I'll go in there and talk to them. Hopefully they have a better rate. But yeah, I'm surprised by how big of a reaction my last video had. Thanks for all the comments, and I'll keep you guys updated with how the adventure's going. So until next time.